Hello guys, what is up? Arthur Sport Gamer here, and today it's a new programming tutorial number 4, and this is the second try this video because everything is so annoying right now, but I'm still gonna do it again. So I have just deleted 2 or 3 classes. So you know what we're doing. But basically what I've done is go to the game object. I've just made this public object ID get ID, and that will basically get the ID. So you need to make that there. Pause the video if you want to. And you have seen that I made something object, but we're not coming into that yet because I didn't want to delete that. So handler. And here it's pretty easy. We need to make a list of all the objects that we have in your game. So linked list, public linked list, game object, because that's the object. Sorry for now tutorial last day, but I was too busy watching coding live streams, and I made an update video there, so you should check that out. Now what we're doing is we're creating a game object. So creating a game object, and that's gonna be every single object. Okay, I'll show you guys soon. So public void tick. In the tick, we're gonna make a for loop and loop through every single object from object. So object dot size. I is less than objects. That's size. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So now we can just make column here and do I plus plus. Okay, so now what we do, the temp object equals object get I. So what we're doing here is we're making the temp object when we loop through all the objects. Every time we loop through, we want the temp object to equal the object that we are right now looping. This would only be an int, but we want it to equal the object. Now what we can do is do temp object dot tick and object. So objects. So now we're looping through and ticking every single object. So now copy and paste and change this to render. Change this to add in graphics tree. And instead of tick, render. And instead of objects, G. Okay. Now we are doing this. Now what we want to do is, how much time are we running on? Whoa, really good. Now what we want to do is create new objects, and we're gonna make blocks now. So that's gonna be fun, I hope. Extends game object, because blocks are game objects. Okay, so render. You should all have all of these stuff. So now G, or actually tick first. What should we do first? Tick, render, tick, render, tick, render. Let's do we don't have to do anything in tick and render. So here what we can do is G dot set color, and here you can set the color of your blocks. I'm gonna do new color. Let's make them like Minecraft grass blocks, I don't know, so green. Okay, so Neil 255 and maybe a bit of blue, so that will be green. And a little bit of blue, I like that color. So now this is red, green, and blue values. If you don't know what that is, that's something I've explained. If you don't want to do that complicated stuff, you can just do color dot and then the color. G, that isn't complicated, but okay. So G dot fill rect. Should we do something really cool? Or yeah, we should do something really cool. Let's do something really cool. Okay, so here what we want to do is int x, because we need to convert x value to an int, and that's called casting. But the y is also that. So I'm gonna do a cool thing. So the width is 32, but the height is 8. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm doing grass and like making dirt grass or whatever, just like in Minecraft. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So now what we can get is the brown color. Show you guys sooner or later. So what that is, it's 127.51. It's 127.51. Zero. Fill rect. And the x, where it is again int x int y, but this time we're gonna add +8. Width is 32. Height is 16. So that should kind of work. We'll see. And here, new rectangle. Int x, int y, 32, not 320. Okay. So what we're doing here is we're doing so that less than the half is going to be drawn like basically the grass, and then more than the half is going to be drawn dirt. So then what we could do is in the back to the handler. Let's do this. So how much time are we running on? 9 minutes. That's good. Public void level maker. You can call it anything, but this is gonna make the level. So okay, actually, yep, I forgot some things we need to do here. So we need to do a new method that's called public add object, and that's game object. So we're gonna add. This is the method for adding objects to a game. To that list. So how that will work is this. Actually, how that will work is this dot objects. That's the list we made. Dot add and then object. So we're gonna. This is easily set. So we're gonna add this. We're gonna do this dot objects. Get the list and add this object into that. Now we can copy this and do remove object or delete. I can do delete. I don't know what you want to, but I'll do delete because I like the delete. So objects dot remove, and that needs to be removed. This dot now we're removing this object that we pass in there. Now what we can do is make some blocks. For in 0, actually we can call it x. I'll call it x equals 0 because first blocks are gonna start 0. X is less than how long do we want it? Maybe game dot width. No. Okay, I don't know what we call them. Have you made the width variable? No, of course not. We have not made not even the init method. No, not the init method yet. So now we have a bit of stuff to do. So we need to make a public static int width equals height, and they are going to be in the private void initialize or init. Initialize stands for init, or init stands for initialize. Width equals get width height equals. So we're making these height and width variables equal to the width and height. Now we're gonna do it. So now we can access game dot width times 4. So that's gonna be pretty relatively good. And plus equals 32 because the block sizes are 32. What we're doing here is looping through, or actually looping through. How can I say this? Okay, so x equals 0 first, and then we're gonna make so many blocks until it fills the game width times 4. And here we just add the size of the block. So if they are 64 to you or 16, then you just add that number. And they need to be third. Yeah. So okay. You understand that, I hope. An object, new block. And where do we add the block? X is the x coordinate. And that comes from this int x, of course. Then the width, the height, I like to have 541. And then the next thing should be the object ID, and that's going to be object ID dot block. And now we can do Control-Shift-O to import block. And now we should not get anything. Yep, because we didn't make this thing yet. So in the game, this is going to be 1-2 minutes still. So in the render, what we want to do is do G. No, actually. handler. Okay, we have a new thing to do. We need to make a private handler instance of the handler. So we're creating a new handler so that we can render and take it or update it. We're making a new handler. Handler dot render and G. So we're rendering, and we also need to ticket handler dot tick. So now what we should get is the blocks. Nope. 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 Doesn't want to show them. Handler render G. Oh, we need to make the lever. Need to call the level maker. So in the game, in the initialize, that's basically when we start the game. That's going to be called. By the way, add it to the run so that happens when we start the game. So what we want to do is handler dot level maker. So now we should really see them. Yeah. That seems weird. You're getting on the screen, but I think I have some math errors. Game that width. Well, let's just make it like 800. What the fuck? They only see one block. I have no freaking idea why that happens. First, only renders. That one, now I've of course done some random error here, and you guys are just like, fucking hell, what the fuck, you need to notice that. I can't notice anything right now. Okay, let's see, x plus equals 32, x equals nil, add object, new block, fuck. Object x 541. I can't for real. Wait. Yeah, that should be that. Shouldn't. It should, at least. Something else that doesn't want to work here. Render, go back to size. You don't need to import that. We don't have no freaking need to import that. Let's see. It only wants to render one of the objects to the screen. So what the fuck is there? And it's definitely not rendering at the Y of 541. Definitely not. For real. Like, what happens if I make this like 800? For real. What the fuck? Okay. I have no freaking clue. in it. Handler that live maker. Fucking hell. I'll need to check that out and fix it before the next tutorial. But that has been this tutorial, and bye bye 2021.